So the project that I have planned today is I am planting my garlic once again. Why am I making another video on planting garlic? I want to try something new this year. I watch a lot of homesteaders online, and some people use like a fabric ground cover in their gardens for planting, and it really seems like an interesting concept. The bigger yields of vegetables, nice crops, a lot less weeding. And so I decided I was going to try it this year for my garlic. And I think it might be beneficial for garlic as well, since it really needs to be protected over winter, because we have really, really harsh winters here in Atlantic Canada. It's a beautiful fall morning. A lot of wind again today, so this might be very interesting to see me trying to lay this out on the ground. So I'm going to start by fertilizing the ground. I really want my ground to be nice and nutrient rich as much as possible before I lay this on, because we're not going to get like the fall leaves composting in the garden or whatnot. So I want to make sure that my ground is nice and thoroughly nourished. Something that we did this year, or I mean my dad, because we had a lot of issues with cutworms this year. So he went to the beach, we live near the ocean, and collected a lot of I don't even know, seaweed or something, and he hauled a lot of that over, and we put that into the garden. So I think that's going to be a nice organic marine compost to have in the garden as well, and it's going to help out a lot. So I feel like I have a lot of work to do. So let's go see how I can make out in this very windy day. So like I said, I'm going to start by putting the fertilizer, the compost. As you can see, my dad has already done a great job in preparing this section for me to plant my garlic. So let's start by getting the soil ready. So this is a woven ground cover, and because it's woven, if I just cut it and make holes with the scissors, it will fray. And honestly, I think cutting all these holes, 250 holes with scissors, is going to take me forever. So I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and homesteaders use a torch. So I have purchased a torch, which I have never used before, so this could be very interesting. And now it's just about measuring and cutting the length and trying to line up the holes to plant the garlic. So I better get started. So now that I finally have the length figured out, I'm going to cut and then just try to burn the edge a little bit so the edges don't fray. And then I need to cut another identical piece for this to be able to cover the entire section of garlic. I want to try to see how this goes, if it makes my life easier and has better results. I made myself a little cardboard template with 2 holes in it at about 5 inches apart, just so I can kind of do the holes. I wasn't quite sure how cardboard was going to work, but I figured I would burn it, but it seems to be working fine. I'm not burning the cardboard. So all you do is you take your torch and torch away and burn holes in your fabric. I lined it up with my garden just to make sure that I'm making the rows in the right place on my fabric. Now I know what you must be thinking as I'm burning this with a torch on top of the grass. I'm being very careful to make sure that the grass is not burning underneath. And the grass was pretty damp when I started this morning, but I am being very cautious about that. And my cardboard is doing pretty well. It's holding out. It's just really working well as a template. And I'm just working my way through this. So here I have ground staples that I'm going to put to help hold down the fabric, the woven fabric. I'm going to need a lot. It's very windy here, like I always say. So I think before I get the other one done, I am going to plant the garlic and have lunch and come back to finish. Actually, I may go have lunch first because I actually have to put a turkey in the oven. So I'm going to go do that and then come back, and then I'll have the rest of the afternoon to finish this project. Time to plant the garlic. If you're not too familiar with planting garlic, or you'd like a lot more detail than what I'm showing you here today, be sure to check out my link. That shows you exactly how I go in preparing my garlic and how I plant it in the garden. So if this isn't detailed enough for you, be sure to go check out that link. So I'm just going to jump in the garden and plant all that garlic, and then get the rest of the cloth on, make the holes, and try and get this job done because I have company coming over for supper. almost done planting my very last row. Once again, I think I've outdone myself from last year. I think I probably have somewhere around 300 plants of garlic. So it has been a busy day for sure. It took me most of the day. Well, I mean, I maybe started around 9 o'clock and it's getting up on 3 o'clock, so I gotta get this done because I have company coming over. But I mean, it was a gorgeous fall day. I don't even have my jacket anymore, and I truly do enjoy being outdoors and doing these kind of projects. And what else would I be doing? Sitting at home watching TV? Or all I have left to do in a couple weeks, I'll come back and throw some hay on top of this. Not some hay, I'll throw some straw on top of this to keep them tucked in nice and warm for the winter, and hope for the best. So I will let you know how this turned out, how I liked this ground cover, if it's something that you're ever interested in trying. So I will let you know the results end of July or August of next year. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you like my channel. If you do, don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll be notified when I put out new videos. And be sure to check back again soon.